worked for ICFI for 8 years in that education, and I resigned as a senior branch manager.
Okay.
If your kid is coming and saying, I want to do this foreign language, you can ask, why do you want to do that foreign language? And will you be committed if you start that? We do not have a television. So
Come again? Come again?
television, no. There is no television at my home.
Great.
Even the Indian professional certifications
They are
are
also good.
equally in very high demand if the students are targeting for public sector companies and Indian organizations. So a variety is available.
Variety is
for-
available. A whole book is available, and you have to
Yes.
see which flower you want. That journey started, from the
Yes.
childhood now up to this date. Also,
Yes.
you are in the same education, and you are
Yes.
heading. You are a country head, no, in Hawk.
So I did my Japanese language also. So that was a 3.5 year study which I completed, and then
Japanese language.
yes,
Which thing, motivated you to do Japanese only?
that's when the first time I learned how to create an account in WordPress and how to create a blog.
Very good.
So the blog got a very good response globally, and more than 5,000 viewers were looking at my blog and they were commenting. Where one night I just sat down to write my book. That's The Little Girl Lost in the Streets of Chennai.
The little girl.
Lost in the streets of Chennai. So a lot of time management skills are also very important when a student is going for.
Dosto, today we are with a very beautiful and intelligent guest along with us, and name is Srividya ma'am from Chennai. She has done BCom, MCom, Masters in Human Rights, as well as she is a country head in Hawk. One of the most prestigious course she is offering nowadays. So let's have, आइए एक बार मैडम के साथ हम कुछ इनके बारे में जानने की कोशिश करें. She has written huge number of books also, and they are best sellers in Amazon. So आपका greeting है मैडम, आज
Thank
आप
you,
आए.
sir.
Yeah, please
Thank you very much.
tell something about your journey. Firstly, कि आप कैसे which thing inclined you towards education?
Okay, that is a very close to heart question, sir. Thank you for asking. And sir, I come from a family which is very orthodox, and everyone in the family is into education. So
And joint family.
yeah, joint family, very big joint family in
Great.
Chennai. Once upon a time, not now. So my father was a Sanskrit scholar. My mom was a Tamil teacher, and everybody in my parents' house, they're all teachers. So I grew up in that kind of a family background where education was given that, prime
Huge importance.
importance. Yeah. So you have to study, you have to learn, and continuous education. So not just getting a degree and getting a job, but continuously they used to study and learn. So the
And that
environment,
environment has
yes,
focused.
environment was very strong, and even the empowerment for higher education, whether it is a boy or a girl, was very
Same.
So
Great.
that was the background. And after my marriage, like even my in-laws are teachers, so both of them are Hindi scholars.
So this is like law of attraction. You
Law of
are attracting
attraction.
only those things.
Absolutely. So after marriage, when I shifted from Chennai to Delhi, I was looking for opportunities, and the inclination was into education. So I started my career with ICFI University.
ICFI.
Yes.
That CFA,
Yes.
that they have the head office in Bangalore, no?
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was starting my career as an education counselor. So this is way back in 2002. Worked for ICFI for 8 years in that education, and I resigned as a senior branch manager,
Okay.
and I was handling a large team at that time.
So you are in Delhi or in Hyderabad?
In Delhi itself.
I see.
So I was handling 3 offices in Delhi and
In
Noida.
CFA, I used to take those classes also in ICFI.
Okay.
Yeah.
We used to have those training classes and all that.
Yes.
So after that, after ICFI, I started working for CMA UK.
CMA UK.
Yes. So I spent 2 years with CMA, and I was leading the corporate
Great.
for the region in North and in Chennai, because I had the connections in Chennai, and I was able to connect with people in, senior leaders who are from the South. And I also worked for IMA prior to joining Hawk. I was with IMA for 2 years. So in the last 20-25 years of my work experience. Majorly, it was into education. So
So it
earlier,
means that journey started, from the
yes,
childhood now up to this date. Also,
yes,
you are in the same education, and you are
yes,
heading. You are a country head, no, in Hawk.
yes, sir.
Great, great,
Yes, sir.
great.
So my core has been like how I can encourage somebody to pursue a course that is of their interest, and how I can help them to progress in that qualification. That has been my core, whether it is a student or a working professional. And over the years, I am guessing that I would have met more than 20,000 people
Great.
who I have personally kind of.
And it must have given you the personal satisfaction.
Absolutely, sir.
It is not the monetary, it is the non-monetary thing which satisfy
Absolutely.
your
Non-monetary
soul.
satisfaction, you go and you have a good sleep at the end of the day because you have guided somebody the right thing. So that has been my experience overall. So I love doing this role, and for me also personally, I believe in upskilling myself. So when I completed my BCom, I got married, I came to Delhi. But before marriage, there was a small condition I kept to my father-in-law.
Before marriage,
Yeah, before doing the engagement actually.
before the courtship period.
Yes. So I told him, if you enroll for MCom, then I will marry your son. So that was the situation, and that's how it all kicked off. So I completed my MCom after coming to Delhi. And then we both, like my husband and I, together pursued Masters in Human Rights. After that, then he pursued law, then I pursued MBA. So
MBA also.
yes.
Great.
So one after another, I was always engaged in studying something. Then at a point, I thought like, it looks like it's also easy. So I want to do something really, really challenging and very tough. So I did my Japanese language also. So that was a 3.5 year study which I completed, and that gave me more satisfaction than,
Japanese language.
yes, than all the MCom and MBA and Masters
So
in Human
which
Rights.
thing, motivated you to do Japanese only? Why not German? Why not French? Why not Spanish?
Because I saw like which is the toughest language in the world. So Japanese came as the second toughest, and I thought like, okay, let me
Take a challenge.
take
As a
that
challenge.
challenge.
Great.
So
Great.
that was very interesting. So I believe in upskilling, continuous professional education, whatever be your interest, whatever be your inclination or the calling that this generation students, they say that I have to get the calling to do this. So please take up that and then progress in that. Be consistent in whatever you're learning, and then be consistent in that. That would be my mantra, and that's what I would also like to share with the students.
Great. Great. And can you also guide us, in the courses which are being, because right now the class 12 student, they have just completed the examination. And they are somewhat worried, and they are very much confused from the YouTube that which course to do, whether to go for ACCA. In case of commerce, if I say, whether to go for CA, whether to go for Indian CA or Indian CAs or ACCA or CPA or CMA or CMA USA. There are a huge number of courses which are available right from after COVID scenario, and that too examinations are being held in India only. So can you tell us, how you counsel, or what is the guidance for those students who want to enter into a management accounting field? Which type of courses are available?
So this is actually a very mind-blowing question, I will say. Why? Because right now, the students are blessed. That's the perspective in which I see. They have all of these options.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
have great teachers and mentors like you who can tell them that these are options you have. If I look back in 1995, when I completed my 12th and I wanted to do a graduation, there was only
No options.
BCom available because
Yes.
I did my commerce. Because I was good in math, so I had to take commerce.
Yes,
And because
yes.
I got a good score in commerce, so I should go for BCom. So nothing else was, available even as an awareness. With the, exposure that they have right now with the internet and different programs that are coming to India, and opportunities for international courses for students who
Very
are
right.
pursuing
Very
these
right.
international courses is very high. So I would personally say that all these students are so blessed that they at least know what they can do.
Do, yeah, yeah.
Not that everybody is doing BCom, right? So yes, all of the professional certifications that you have mentioned, they are all playing a crucial role today. even the Indian professional certifications
They are
are
also good.
equally in very high demand if the students are targeting for public sector companies and Indian organizations. So a variety is available
Variety is
for them.
available. A whole bouquet is available, and you have to
Yes.
see which flower you want.
Exactly. So it will be an individual choice. Where is my calling? Where is my expertise? What do I understand
yeah.
better? And
What
what is that I want to do in my
my life?
career?
Yeah,
Whether I
yeah,
want
yeah.
to solve complex problems, whether I want to be providing strategic advice, or whether I want to be an analyst. So the person has to take that calling, whether my inclination is into accounting, auditing, taxation. So that is again a variety. Now, if you look at international certifications, if I have an inclination towards US tax, then I should go for a program called Enrolled Agent.
Very right.
So if I'm doing CA and I'm doing, tax work, so probably EA is going to be a one level up for me. So that's a higher level qualification. Just like people do BCom and then MCom. So Indian CA, a person who is doing tax work can go and upgrade themselves for EA, which is into US tax, because they already have an inclination in tax. They are just going to upgrade
So
the geography.
whether these courses can be done along with the BCom graduation also, BBA, or in
Absolutely.
case he is going for BBA or BF or BMS, anything.
Any certification, particularly for the program EA, the eligibility criteria is 18 years.
Only 18 years. It
Only
means
18 years.
okay.
So in that case, like I can do the EA, there are 3 parts that you have to clear. Within a span of 1 year, you can complete that. Simultaneously, you can continue to do a graduation, because in India, many organizations have that criteria that you should have a graduation degree also. But if there are other organizations from, US or other multinational companies, they may not have a graduation as a criteria. That is okay there. But largely, companies expect that you should also be a graduate. But for pursuing EA, the eligibility is only 18 years. And yes, not just the age in particular, you should have a passion towards that subject also. It's not because that it is 18 years, you can
Very
just
right. Very
pursue
right.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
And opportunity wise in India for EA, it is very high now. The
You're
demand is high.
You're talking of enrolled agent.
Enrolled
So
agent.
whether a student will be able to understand those concepts, he's just 18 or he's doing along with his graduation. So those USA taxations concepts.
Some students have that inclination towards tax
So
from the very
I
beginning. So
see.
it's their own individual, calling what I want to pursue. Job opportunity wise, the demand is very high. The supply is very less.
Supply is less.
Supply is less. So we can look at that as an option, because earlier that option was not there with the
very
students. That would be considered as maybe when you reach 30, 35 years, then you become a tax professional or something. Because there are multiple levels that you learn and you experience, and then come to that level that where you are able to do tax consultation. So now the things are changing. As you asked about the management accounting as a course.
Yeah, management accounting. Yeah.
Yes.
In case a student wants to go for management accounting and he has a passion, he has a dream to become a management accountant. So then what are the USA courses which are available so he can go for?
So they can very well go for the US CMA program.
Okay.
It's very much recognized. The professional body, Institute of Management Accountant, it's a 100+ year old body. And they have been doing the US CMA globally, and the standard is very, very good. So if somebody is dreaming about US CMA as a career, they can start that right away. There are 2 papers, 2 parts which they have to clear. Although we say that there are 2 parts, it's not just 2 parts. There are 12 core areas which is covered. 6 in part 1 and again 6 in part 2, which gives a holistic preparation for the candidate. Now, when somebody is pursuing the US CMA certification and clearing both the parts, there is an experience requirement. Like our Indian CA, we have the articles.
Yeah.
So here, it's more on the application orientation. So the practical experience that you will gain in the organization, applying the knowledge that you have learned in part 1 and part 2, that's what matters actually for the person. So when you achieve that, then you can become a US CMA. You get the title of US CMA. And there is a lot of US organizations already in India. and many more coming to India. So when we look at that scope, US organizations already know about IMA and the US CMA certification, whether you do from India or elsewhere.
So syllabus, in regard to syllabus part, whether the syllabus is somewhat same in the graduation which he will be doing in CMA USA?
I would not say it will be same, because it then doesn't add value to that.
Okay.
Because the perspective here is totally on the global platform. US CMA is even mentioned as a global passport. So when we are talking about a global passport, when you're talking about a certification which is standardized globally, obviously a BCom cannot be covering everything and anything that is coming from the US CMA. So the certification is of a very high standard, very high quality, and Hawk provides the content for preparing for the US CMA. So where our president and CEO, Mr. Brian Hawk, he has meticulously prepared the content for over 25 years. And this year, as we speak, we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of Hawk
Silver
International.
Jubilee.
Yes.
Great.
So you can imagine the amount and the kind of effort that has been put in preparing the Hawk materials, which help the students pursue the US CMA more confidently and appear for the examinations as per the IMA and clear also. So a lot of students use Hawk materials in India.
Along with the material, you also provide that learning management, LMS something?
Yes, so the material has two types of material. One is the online material,
I see.
and hard copy material, the printed books, is the supplementary material. So when you use the Hawk LMS, the learning management system, it has all the tools that is required for the student to pass the exam with the CMA.
So it has
CMA.
mock test and all.
Everything. So it has the online textbook, which is annotatable. So you can scribble just like a hard copy. You can, color code. You can write comments, notes, everything. Like all of the topics that I want to remember one night before the exam, I can mark them in blue highlight or purple highlight. Purple is my favorite color, so I do purple there. Maybe all of the questions I do not understand, I'll mark them in red, and I can come to you in the weekend and, right, I can sit with my mentor and solve my queries. So for a student, like on a hard copy, definitely Indian students have that, they feel close with the hard copy books. They want to study, they want to carry, they want to use that throughout the day. But what happens when, actually you're preparing one day before the exam? Are you able to find out the formulas? Are you able to see what are the important things that I have to refer for tomorrow? So all of this is done in the online textbook. Apart from the online textbook, the student, like if I'm using the material and I'm taking your classes, I'm taking classes from Bhupesh Anand's classes. So I have to go back and practice, right? Whatever efforts you have put in explaining me the concepts.
Yeah.
It's important for me to go back and practice
just
those
like
questions.
In school days, we used to write down, used to do the homework, classwork.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
So not 2,000 questions, because 2,300 something are the questions in the
total.
Hawk LMS. But daily I can take 10-15 questions, which is very small module size, and related to the subject which I have learned today in the class. So that's the kind of an approach that we have. The Hawk LMS automatically provides a schedule for the student.
Study plan.
Study plan automatically comes in the screen when they log in. And if it says I have to study for 2 hours today, I just have to study for 2 hours today. I do not have to do anything that is overwhelming for me. And even for the institution, you can follow the same schedule. So when you're teaching something, the same schedule, I have to go back, refer on my online textbook, or read through the hard copy textbook and then go through those 10-15 questions, and I'm done. And every day, here is where the consistency plays a very key role. Every day I'm going to do 15-20 questions. Every weekend, maybe you can do a mock exam for me for just 100 questions, because IMA examination is going to be for 4 hours. First 3 hours is the multiple choice questions, wherein I'm expected to attend all the 100 multiple choice questions, and there are no negative marking. So ideally, I should not be leaving any question during that 3 hour tenure.
So those 300 mark questions, 3 hours will be MCQs, multiple choice questions.
Those will be MCQs. So is it possible that I'm taking only 10 questions a day? Suddenly for the IMA exam, I can sit and do 100 questions? So I should have that practice of weekly once taking 100 questions in one lot without any distraction, considering that this is my IMA exam.
In exam scenario.
In the exam scenario, in the exam environment.
So you're talking of practice makes the man or the
Absolutely.
woman perfect. You have to do
Absolutely.
practice. Even if you are doing these American examinations, you have to do practice.
Because Indian examinations and the US based examinations, the application is different.
Different.
So here it's more like application oriented, while the Indian certifications are more like how much you can memorize, how much you can, replicate. So the approach is totally different. Even the teaching methodology is
Teaching
different.
methodology, yeah.
Here it's more case study basis. So Brian Hawk always says, like, even if it is a multiple choice question, that is a case study in itself. So if you cannot connect yourself with that multiple choice question, like as if it's a case study,
Like
You-
a subjective type, no?
yeah,
So
so
you
you're
cannot,
not-
you're not getting actually the enriching your knowledge.
exactly. So a lot of time management skills are also very important when a student is going for US CMA kind of a professional certification. Why? Because there are 100 questions. People say that you should be on an average spending 1 minute to 1.5 minutes per question. So the speed in which you read the question, the speed in which you process and understand the question within
The
yourself,
language, that is very
and
important.
interpret that, go through the options, and then come to a conclusion, do the workout, and come to the conclusion. Everything has to happen in 1.5, 2 minutes. So, the number of questions that you take in the Hawk LMS will help you in that. There are very beautiful features. I'll just touch
Yeah,
base on
just
those
tell,
features
yeah,
which
some
is
of
in the
them,
LMS.
yeah.
So, if I have attempted to a question,
So
the
so
longest.
we are the approved partners also, and we also promote that Hawk only.
Absolutely, sir. So I know that the students from Bhupesh Anand classes are using the Hawk material, and that is the reason we want to share this information with the students also, that be attentive in sir's class. At the same time, you should be using the Hawk material daily. So both has to go hand in hand, because whatever they are learning from you, they have to go and apply and test themselves.
Very right.
We we strongly recommend or suggest that you should not be solving all the practice questions for them.
So that's why I have not solved. I have given the lectures, conceptual lectures. I have not
Yes.
solved a single question, because otherwise the student will not able to do it.
Yes.
So we want to put him that in that situation so that he can face that. He can see the language. He can see the concept. Then only he will be understanding that where I did that. Why I am not got that correct answer. You getting?
So when the student themselves are going to try those questions, read those questions,
It will build confidence in them.
so it's very important for the student to read the question and understand
Yeah.
and then respond, rather than then they will be coming to you, more to solve their doubts and the concept based things that they want to clear. So when students take questions from the LMS, there is a system already in place which throws the question in a rotational manner, where I would have attempted to that question.
You are talking of difficulty level.
Difficulty
A,
level.
B, C, and high.
Yes.
Okay.
So if I have if I have given a correct answer to a question sometime in November, that question is not like the correct answer for life. So if I am taking a practice question today, that is the longest question where longest time when I answered that question correct. So that will come on screen to test me again. Because in the due course of my learning, did I
Yeah.
stick to
Where
that
the- yeah.
concept, or I got confused and I choose some other answer? So lot of techniques have been used in the Hawk
that
LMS, wherein a person is given with the constant guidance on practicing,
Great.
including the time management.
Great. So I will say, as compared to the other, there are so many different publishers, but Hawk I read all different. I will not name it, but I have read all the different materials, and I myself for my own studies I referred this Hawk only. So I'm just I also appreciate that the concepts in which the manner in which the explanation which they have given, the examples they have given, the real life examples they have given, that is marvelous. You can easily understand all the concepts. Okay, so Srividya ma'am, just a personal question that how many books you have written, and which book you like the most? No doubt you must be liking all the books, but I have heard of one book. The girl who lost something in Chennai or something like that. Please tell something about that. That which thing motivated you to write that book, and what you have written in that book?
So book writing was not something I never thought like I will even write. So there were a lot of memories that were associated with Chennai for me after shifting from Chennai.
Chennai to Delhi,
Chennai to Delhi. So every time I go to Chennai during summer vacation, I used to go to those places where I have been during my childhood and to relive that moment. So after that, I started writing my diary with those small memories. And recently, I think 3-4 years before, when I was looking at that diary, I thought like I should create a blog.
Great.
So I started writing a blog in WordPress. So that's when the first time I learned how to create an account in WordPress and how to create a blog.
Very good.
So the blog got a very good response globally. And more than 5,000 viewers were looking at my blog, and they were commenting, and they were saying that I'm resonating the same feeling and all that. So that's when it all came to a day where one night I just sat down to write my book. That's The Little Girl Lost in the Streets of Chennai.
The Little Girl?
Lost in the Streets of Chennai.
Great.
So in Chennai, I have lost in... I got lost in many of the streets and then came back home. So I kept that as a name for that book.
Good name.
Yeah. And apart from that, like management and professional wise, I have written books on emailing. I have
Emailing?
How to write effective emails, and also books about knowing your flow. Like we always work, but sometimes we are distracted, and end of the day we feel that, oh, my to-do list is looking at me. I've still not completed a lot of tasks. But I've written in this book called Know Your Flow, how you actually get into the work and get submerged in that, immersed in that you forget the entire world. So that is one of my very close to heart books.
And
so
all these are available in
all these
Amazon?
are available in Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you tell us something about the pricing, whether they are,
Very
Kindle version or physical form?
It's a digital form. It will come in the Kindle if they order that. So these are very reasonably priced.
So whenever a unit is being sold, what kind of satisfaction it gives you in your heart? What type of feelings you get that time?
That is like when I get the notification that a book sold in Kindle. That's a different feeling, sir.
A very good feeling, no?
Yes.
Positive feeling, enriched feeling that
Yes.
I have tried something to change the life of any.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People who have read my books, they have already shared their experience that this is something that we experience, and we are also able to relive in that moment. Like even in case of emailing, we have a habit of sending an email and then going to the sent mail and checking what did I send. So that's a very normal human behavior that we have. We could have done that while the mail is still in the draft, but we send it and then we check whether how does it sound for the receiver, right? So these kind of very small experiences, real life experiences that I have mentioned in the books, that people resonate with.
Great. So just like words, you have just told me that if once I have sent it, then I will see from the sent part that what type of material I have written. So I think in the recently WhatsApp, you can edit that. So whether we can edit in the mail also?
We cannot. We cannot.
Okay. So I think these people, they must introduce this feature, keeping in mind the human psychology.
Yes.
They must introduce some editing feature in the mail.
Editing feature in the email will be a boon for a lot.
Great,
Yes.
great. Very nice, Madam, I want to just ask a particular question that along with that CMA USA or along with the courses which we are doing, American courses, all these courses, what are the different type of skills a student should also enhance, to in this competitive world if we want to work in a corporate or big four or multinationals? So, kya skills, what are the different types of skills which a student should possess as per you?
Some of the skills students already possess.
I see.
They already have those skills. It's sometimes that they are not able to come out of that
Yeah,
shell.
okay.
So probably they are shy. They feel like, how will I present myself? How will I articulate the things? So along with the professional certification, communication skills, interpersonal skills,
Communication skills.
absolutely important. So some technical skills. Now companies are demanding that you should also know some
AI.
AI tools. You should also know, Power BI or data analytics skills,
Very right.
Excel skills, things like that. So these are all, complementing the candidate to get a better opportunity. Obviously, you are having a better edge when you're a US CMA or you would have acquired any other professional certification along with your BCom. So you already have an edge. You are not BCom, but you're a BCom plus US CMA or BCom plus some other professional certification, right? Like BCom plus EA. That is also becoming very popular these days. So apart from this, key skill sets like communication, interpersonal skills, some IT skills, technical skills, AI skills is important for the, holistic
For the
development.
holistic growth.
Yes.
So right
And
now,
many of the skills they already know.
no.
They are more advanced than us.
Then us, yeah, you are right. But they are not. They are not so much confident that we know this.
Yes.
They cannot able to communicate that.
And it is also not difficult for the youngsters to learn any
To learn
new skill.
that, even if you are not getting it, you can learn it. You can do a course.
Absolutely.
At now this era, it is very much easy.
It is very easy.
Yeah, yeah. How you will manage, how you are able to manage the professional life and your personal life. Sometimes I feel very difficult, to manage that professional. I have to do recordings, I have to do this, I have to go for home, I have to do all that, the day to day work. So how you are able to managing that? Just give us a tip so that our students or viewers, they can get some benefit from that.
So first of all, managing personal and professional life, it is not easy.
Not easy.
So we have to come to a concise that yes, it is not easy. I accept that it is not easy, because that acceptance and that awareness is very important there. That it is not a miracle or something that we can just do, or is there a Bible that we can just follow to separate have a separate work life balance or anything. But what I would say is the life moves on with priorities. Today something is important in personal life, tomorrow something is important in professional life, and for your career there is something else more that is important. Like if you are a student, probably the student life is very very important for you. That's the core. You want to excel in your student life so that your career is better tomorrow, right? So in that, if you are taking additional course, like if I consider myself as a BCom student and I want to do US CMA also, what is more important? I see the future that yes, US CMA is going to give me that competitive edge. It's going to help me get that career. It's going to help me in my, fulfilling my ambition in the future.
So it means there is not a formula. It is a two-way game.
Yes. So it's all on the priorities. It's all on how much importance you are giving to that particular aspect of your life. And yes, now I want to fit in some time in my personal life, not just for the BCom, but also for accommodating US CMA studies, right? So when that goes on, additionally, I graduate, I become a US CMA, I start working as a professional. Now, I have to manage my work. Maybe I'm giving 8 to 10 hours. I'm traveling also, and I'm also a person. Individually also I have to give time to my family.
Your own time,
and me time also.
Me time.
Nowadays everybody talk about
me time.
Yes. So all of this comes into the picture.
Great.
When we actually delete those distractions from our personal life and professional life, we can have a very productive, every day.
Can you just give us some guidance? It is a very huge field, but simple guidance that how we can remove these distractions.
How we can remove these distractions? By planning our day effectively. So usually people write that I did this in the end of the day. I plan my day in the morning. I say these are the things I want to do. These are top 5 things I want to do in my day to make it productive. So when I look at the end of the day, the same list, I know that okay, I have met 4 of them, or I have met 3 of them. Or even if I have met one of them, that is 100%. So I see the day, I plan my day from the morning and not from the end of the day. Not looking at, okay, I could have done, better today. Not with that regret. So one of the things important for the students would be plan and create your schedule. And know where your time is required and where you should not be giving your time. At my home, we do not have a television. We do not have a television. So there is no television. No, there is no television at my home.
Great.
So there is no distraction which all of us are putting into. If we are doing something that is creative, that is learning. So that's how we are, bringing that culture at home with the children, where we are only focusing on. It's not like we don't have any entertainment. We do have entertainment, but entertainment is not consuming our day. We consume entertainment when we want.
We want. Yeah, that is a very important point you have told. Can you guide us something about how parents nowadays, because you are a parent also, I am also a parent, that how these parents, because we have now huge expectations from our children. So how as a parent you will guide that we can, what are the expectations? We expect huge from nowadays from our children. So just guide us in that.
Sir, I think today's era, the children have more clarity than us. I feel so. So they know they want something. They are already coming to us and telling that this is what I want to do. It is us probably as a parent, we think that, okay, this is a totally new stream. Whether this will work or not. I did my BCom and MCom and MBA. So they are not doing this. They want to do something else. So the fears and the beliefs that the parents have, I think mostly we are putting that into on their mind. Children. Rather than it should be more like they come back and they say like, okay, if your kid is coming and saying, I want to do this foreign language. You can ask, why do you want to do that foreign language? And will you be committed if you start that? And if the student says that, if the child says that, yes, I'm committed and this is the reason I want to do this foreign language, I think we should give them that space and the chance and have that trust and faith in them. Allow them to test and experiment that.
Rather than telling them, able to do it or not.
They will learn.
That should not be a criteria.
That should not be the criteria. Now, lot of parents are more anxious than the students themselves. So they put their anxiousness on the students. So if the student comes and says like, okay, I want to do a, international certification. The first thing is, oh, you have to pay in dollars. Oh, the course is very costly. Oh, the pass rate is this. Much, Okay, this is not from the Indian government. This is not from UGC.
So many thoughts, so many beliefs.
So all of our beliefs, all of our thought process, we are trying to compare that with today. I think we should free ourselves with our old baggage and come with a fresh perspective of what the candidate or what the child wants now.
Yes.
It could be something creative also. Into music or into something else. So we should give that space, because one or other skill that the student is developing, even if they are like interested in sports, they are going to do well in, studies. Why? Because they learn more skills when they are into sports than they are fully focused on studies.
It means the passion, in which thing they have the passion.
Yes.
Great. For example, like in these courses, in case one has a passion for accounts, auditing or taxation, they should go for a particular field.
Yes.
If they have a passion for management accounting, they should go for, there are so many courses available, American, European, Indian courses are there.
Yes.
If they want to go for financial analysis, they can go for different stream. We have different for finance, management accounting, taxation, as you have just told. So
the options are open.
Options are open.
Now we should let the child choose according to their interest, and then allow them that time also. We should not hurry that, okay, it's already 1 year, you have not completed. So all of that societal pressures, I think we should,
Peer pressure, yeah.
yeah, peer pressure is already there, which is not in our control, but at least the societal and the family pressure we can reduce, and we can give them that space to explore that field, and then excel in their life.
Wait and watch.
Yes.
No,
At
no,
least
no.
tomorrow, sir, they will not come back to us as a parent and they'll say, like, you didn't allow me to do this.
Yeah.
And my career is spoiled.
Because of you.
Because of you, I didn't pursue my career. So we can at least protect ourselves in that way.
Yeah, and that is a demand of the time nowadays. It is what the people are expecting, and what is the demand of this day.
सर हमारा बहुत सारे प्रीवियस इंटरेक्शंस में भी और आज भी हमने कर्मा के बारे में बात किया, मेडिटेशन के बारे में बात किया, डेस्टिनी के बारे में बात किया, एंड आई थिंक लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन के बारे में भी बात किया. एंड आपने ये कॉफ़ी मग मुझे दिया था. सो इसमें समथिंग लाइक M³ लिखा हुआ है. M³ क्लब माइंड मनी मैनेजमेंट बियॉन्ड द बुक्स. तो ये मेरे अंदर ये क्यूरियोसिटी आ रही है कि ये क्या है. सो आई वुड लाइक टू लर्न अबाउट दिस.
Very right.
व्हाट इज दिस?
Yes, I have started a very beautiful concept named as M³. इसमें हमने full form लिखा है माइंड मनी एंड मैनेजमेंट. From last 3 decades, I used to teach and I used to read so many books. मुझे ऐसा लगा कि यार ये बुक्स तो मैं इतना कुछ पढ़ रहा हूँ. I have done so many courses, American, Indian, European. तो क्या other than books भी कुछ knowledge है which enhance your skill, which can give you success. Because nowadays I have seen कि सब जो है ना money के पीछे भाग रहे हैं. Money, fast money. If I do this course, then I will get this job, then I will go for this, then I will get the increment, then I will go for house. ये सब कुछ आज there is a rat race. But मुझे ऐसा लगा कि along with that, अगर if we can manage the mind, and the mind skills, if we can use that, and then money will flow like anything. So keeping that in mind, I started with a very beautiful concept named as mind money management. And shortly I will be opening a very beautiful university specifically on mind, money and management. So let me explain. When I say mind, there are, as we all are aware of, there are 2 types of, if we see the broad categories. अगर हम 2 categories में देखें तो एक तो conscious mind है और एक subconscious mind है. अर्ध जागृत मन. तो जो आप पूरा दिन देखते हैं, सोचते हैं, सुनते हैं, that slowly and slowly that will go in that subconscious mind, and he will all do those things which you are watching, which you are seeing, which you are thinking, which you are believing. So it is not just the thoughts. खाली विचार कर लेना कि मेरा ये कोर्स हो जाएगा, ये ऐसे हो जाएगा, कुछ नहीं होने वाला. तो मैंने इस स्टडी में when I cleared all the courses, मैंने इतनी मेहनत, I did huge hard work, मैंने सभी कोर्सेज किए, ये किया, फेल हुआ, पास हुआ. मुझे ऐसा लगा कि यार कुछ और तो है. मैं इतना हार्ड वर्क करता हूँ फिर भी ऐसा क्या, there is something that hidden, some hidden knowledge is there. तो from specifically after COVID scenario, मैंने मेडिटेशन के बारे में पता तो था, बट हाउ टू डू मेडिटेशन, हाउ वी कैन गेट दैट कॉस्मिक एनर्जी, हाउ वी कैन मैनिफेस्ट एनीथिंग, हाउ वी कैन विद द हेल्प ऑफ फीलिंग्स, विद द हेल्प ऑफ आप अपने जो भाव हैं, आपके जो इमोशंस हैं, उन विचारों के साथ कैसे दे कैन बिकम इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक, एंड हाउ यू कैन अट्रैक्ट दोज थिंग्स, हाउ यू कैन मटेरियलाइज दोज थिंग्स. वो पूरी नॉलेज, आई हैव डन ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ कोर्सेज, मैंने सभी के कोर्सेज किए. And I spent huge amount in huge time in these courses. After that मुझे लगा कि यार ये जो knowledge मैंने लिया, इस knowledge को सभी को देना चाहिए, so that everyone should be happy. My objective is that I want that every person on this earth planet, they should be happy. तो हमने क्या किया, along with these courses, along with ACC, along with CFA, along with CMA USA, along with Indian CA, along with all courses which I am giving, it is एज अ बोनस. मैं आजकल इनको बोनस में दे रहा हूँ कि आप पढ़ तो रहे हैं. इट इज़ नॉट द हार्ड वर्क, इट इज़ समथिंग अदर देन दैट विच कैन गिव यू मोर सक्सेस. इफ यू डू लेस हार्ड वर्क, दैट इज ओके, but you have to think like this, you have to feel like this, you have to be in that category, then only you can attract the things. So mind money, then money will attract it. And then you have to manage that mind and money, because regularly you will be going on so many distractions. How to manage that?
Yes.
You have to be aware. You have to be mindfulness. Then you can manage that, just like a portfolio management. You have purchased units and nowadays market is down. So how to manage it? Which is to be purchased and which is to be sold. So it is just like mind and money management. So on that concept, I started with this, and this is my promise to myself that I will be giving to the whole world this knowledge, and I want that everyone should manifest their own dreams. It is very easy to manifest, but that art is very very important. And that is very simple art. You can just learn it. That is, पहले ज़माने में जो ऋषि मुनि होते थे, they are using that art only. With help of that they can easily manifest anything. वो कहते थे ना, वर मांगो आपको वर मिल जाएगा. That is the same philosophy. So I want that law of attraction along with that law of vibration, along with that law of magnetism, how you can do the things. तो on that concept मैंने ये mind money management start किया.
बहुत अच्छा सर, बहुत अच्छा आपने एक्सप्लेन किया, बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है सुन के.
Give us, in this last moment of this podcast, just give a final advice to the student. What will be your final advice to summarize?
My advice to the students will be stay focused, have your plan in place, and study daily. Have that consistency so that you have a schedule in place and you're studying every day, and start with the end in mind. If you're starting today for the classes, remember that you want to, give the examination. So decide which window that you are going to give the examination. If it is US CMA, whether it is May, June, or September, October.
So you should
or
not
Jan,
postpone.
Feb.
You should not postpone.
Exactly. So
I
you
see.
should start with the end in mind. If you think like, okay, I want to give one part in September and second part in February, very good. Start with the plan and do your backward calculation. If you are using the Hawk LMS, it gives you the schedule automatically, so you need not create your schedule also. You just have to simply follow the schedule. Attend Bhupesh Anand sir's class. That is very important. Don't miss a class, because if you miss a class, then possible that the next class will be, little overwhelming for you. So be consistent in the classroom as well as in your daily practice. Stick to your agenda and succeed. You will have thousands of distractions, but you have to be aware which is a distraction and which is not, and accordingly move forward. So already they are doing classes with you, sir. You are excellent faculty. Your explanation for the concepts, that's very good. And students already have a craze for Bhupesh Anand. They want to study with you. They feel very comfortable studying with you, and because you are also explaining, you are very personal when it comes to teaching and explaining with the case studies and storytelling. So you're already in the right hands. You're studying with Bhupesh Anand classes. You're already having all the required tools to study. You have the Hawk LMS also. Now you have to give a commitment to sir that you're going to give the examination in this window and you're going to clear. We together, Hawk as well as Bhupesh Anand classes, we require a commitment from you that you are going to progress and share your success story with us. So whatever we spoke today, makes sense only if that helps you succeed, right? So this is what we are looking at and want to celebrate your success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, friends, in case you want to have more information in regard to that, because huge enriched knowledge is being delivered by Srividya ma'am, so description is given below, and you can contact, you can ask, you can give the comments, you can ask any number of questions. We will be happy to answer. I will be happy to answer. Srividya ma'am will be happy to answer. Thank you.